Can you imagine what the neighbors are thinking right now? I mean, like, really, what are they thinking right now? What is going on, guys? It's Brandon J, and today we are at the beautiful pond, and today we are gonna be doing a pond project because the winter is coming. So, as you guys know, in Florida, it's a little warm right now, but at night it's getting pretty cold, and this time of year, the bass start to spawn. So all of the big fish that I put in here previously, they're gonna start getting together and start making beds soon and hopefully make some babies. So the pond's gonna be full of genetically enhanced fish to make a bunch of 10-pounders. But with that being said, we have what looks like a playground ornament for a little kid, but this is actually a bunch of like planter things that we're gonna be doing artificial structures with offshore. You can see there's a bunch of vegetation up here, real shallow, but the fish need something where they can hang out offshore, be protected, and also be able to ambush fish when it gets cold. They're not gonna move a lot, so they'll still be able to feed. That's what keeps our big fish big. So we're gonna be doing this, and we're gonna be taking some rocks and making some artificial spawning beds for the fish to lay their eggs on, and hopefully put us a bunch of big old babies in the pond here soon. All right, so the supplies, we've got 1, 2, and then these are a little bit taller ones here, 3 and 4. And instead of placing them like this in the water, we're actually gonna use the stakes and stick them down here in the muck. So this is gonna be like what's up. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 things of zip ties. But here's the interesting thing. These are all 8 and 4-inch zip ties. I've got the colorful ones because figured it would be more fun, but but these are going to be the big boys right here. So these are 14 inches, and we've got 500, 1000, 1500, and 2000, 2500. Yeah, over 2500 zip ties for this project. So we're gonna take all the long zip ties, we're gonna zip tie them around this, and I believe Hudson told me it is called a porcupine structure.
Yeah, porcupine structure.
Porcupine structure. Basically, we're gonna take all the zip ties. It's just gonna be an absurd amount of stuff hanging off of this thing. So basically, it'll allow the fish to get all up in there and do fish things. But that's how that's gonna work. We also got like 200 pounds of marble chips. We're gonna take those rocks right there and put them in the sand and make artificial spawning beds. So I noticed there's like a little small area of rocks under like one of the grates over there, and every single year the fish spawn on it. So I figured there's obviously a reason they're doing that. It holds the eggs really well, it protects them, and the fish don't have to work as hard on cleaning out the bed, especially when this is not like a super sandy bottom, it's kind of like mucky. So we're gonna put the rocks in there in 4 different spots around the pond, as well as 4 different porcupine structures, and ultimately make this like the bass's dream house, home, pond, whatever you want to. Yeah, sanctuary. It's just gonna allow the bass to not have to work as hard, be a lot more comfortable, and then just have an easy spawning process, because honestly, I want to sell you guys all of the little baby bass. No, I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. They're all going to stay in the pond. Unless you guys want to buy them at jigginwithjordan.com. I think that's illegal though. We won't do it if it's illegal. But if it's not illegal, I'm going to be selling those things like goldfish at Walmart. You know what I mean? Okay, quick update. Hudson is still zip tying as well as I am, but here is kind of a look at what we've got here. I've got like the Christmas tree thing, and I've got just one of these rings done. So I still have a bunch of rings to do. But when you flip it over, hopefully all these, yeah, they like spider web out like that. It's porcupine really cool. Out, man. Yeah, porcupine, just like Hudson said. So that whole situation is looking good. Gosh, dude. All right, so the update is, here's Hudson's, here's mine. We finished the color area up here, but we decided to go a color on the sides just because there was like no sticky pokey outies. But now we have gosh, what are these, 24-inch zip ties. Now there's not too many of these. There's 15 of these, and what we're thinking is we're gonna take these zip ties, which are just absurdly long, and we're actually going to put them on the top here. So this is gonna drape down, and these are like big fat boys. These are like big zip ties. Oh yeah, dude. That's just gonna be more absurd. This is like the most like ridiculous looking thing ever, but I promise fish can swim through there. It's gonna open up and like flare all over the place. It's just gonna be a great big pokey underwater thing. And I guarantee we're gonna be able to see this. That's like the whole main point of the highlighter stuff. We got before, after. Before, after. Oh my gosh, bro. It looks like a little kid trying to make these. You think the fish are gonna wanna hang out? You think if I just go dive down there like this, the fish will hang out with me? What? You got something to say?
Is there something on my face?
Dude, there's one of these is about to break my nose, bro. Oh, thank you, I can breathe again. Ah!
Alright, okay.
It's funny, but it hurts.
You're stuck now? How do you get out?
That's a good point. Okay, so the idea, we just wanted to make sure it worked real quick, is basically take the pokies, well, the bottom pokies, and stick them into the ground. They're definitely not gonna go anywhere. So basically this is what we're gonna do upside down in the water like this, and the fish will be able to swim through this. But I think we've decided we're gonna take 2 of the big ones and put them kind of together, so you can see how like the zip ties are here. The fish will probably hang out here more than they will inside. So we're gonna take the 2 big ones and put them together in a little bit deeper water, and take the 2 shallow ones and put them obviously in the shallower water. So world's strongest little man. This is worse than holding the bags of shiners for sure. We actually have a bass right here. Remember, I taught my fish how to feed, and I don't know if you're gonna be able to see her. Yeah, she's right there in the middle of the screen. Oh, dude, that is so awesome. Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, so there's the fish right there, but we also have a big bass sitting right there in the middle behind that lily pad right there. That is so freaking cool, man. So this is a spot where I was actually like teaching them how to, well, training them to eat from me, like I feed them shiners. So I think, look, she's right there. That is so sick. I think they're getting used to me being here and feeding them. So now they kind of come up when I'm here, just like at Shiner Sam's. But anyway, back to the rocks. The rocks we're gonna be laying down, well, this is gonna be the first area because there's 2 fish staged up here. They wanna spawn. So basically what that means, the fish are gonna find a bed, they're gonna clear it out, and the female is gonna lay the eggs there. The male is gonna come fertilize the eggs, and then they both kind of protect it. So this is just gonna be a base for those fish. Not even have to clean out the bed. They're looking for clear water, they're looking for sand, which is kind of hard here. That's why I'm bringing in the rocks. They're gonna be able to lay the eggs on the rocks. There's a bunch of little cracks and crevices. It's gonna be able to protect the eggs a little bit better and allow the bass to have a really nice bed, if you will. There's not a lot of good sand in here, which they normally use. So the fact that we do have fish already here, and I'm feeding them here, and we can put structures here, perfect place for a bed. I'm gonna put it in the water where it can be protected. Oh, look. Oh, she was right here. She was right here behind me. That was cool. Okay, so obviously there's like a lot of the white runoff, but now we have like a pile of nice marble chips there. That stuff's all gonna clear. Maybe take like a couple hours to settle just because there's a lot of small particles in this. But that will clear. There will be a bed of rocks, and then that's kind of a good area. So we got 3 more bags. I'm gonna drop another bag where I see a lot of fish.
Hey Brandon.
What's up?
Is that heavy?
Yeah. I'm gonna put one down there. So every year, my pond, the biggest fish always beds right here. Like, I don't know if you guys can see this big pipe. So there's this like big pipe right here. And then there's like this one deeper side. Every single year, one of the biggest fish in my pond spawn right here. It's like the perfect spot because you got the backdrop of the pipe, but you got the deep water, you got the clear water. So they only have to protect like 180-degree area of their bed. So no bluegill or anything are coming from the back. So I'm gonna drop some rocks right there. I guarantee you 13-pounder or 10-pounder is gonna be claiming this spot in about a month. Gonna be a really good spot. That's where the big fish is gonna be. And look at this, look at this. You even have like a little bit of sand there too. So this is like the best edge for them to spawn on for sure. The fish will still like spread that out and make a bed out of that, but that is essentially going to be a perfect bed right there. Oh my gosh, look, the giant bass. I literally couldn't have made this up. He pulled up so freaking quick, man. He probably thinks we got some shiners for him. I'm sorry, buddy, I don't have anything today. But there's your new home. Big bass, big bed. Big bass, big bed. There she goes. She literally just followed us all the way here. What are the odds of that, man? I mean, this is incredible.
There he is right there.
Yep, there's two of them. Gosh, they're right here by our feet too. This makes me so freaking happy. You guys have no idea. It's time to swim in and make an underwater disco party, brother. But seriously, got all the wetsuit stuff on now. That water is freezing freaking cold, man, so it's gonna be miserable getting down there. But Hudson and I have been talking about different places to place the structures, and I think we got a pretty good idea. So we're gonna go ahead and go down there to the water. Hopefully we don't run into the alligator that resides in the pond, and see if we can put some structures down and make some new bass homes. I'm gonna take one of the structures, just swim it out to the middle, but so cool, I got the bass here, so hopefully I can see with the GoPro my big bass just kind of chilling. I'm gonna ease into the water with her.
Oh, that is so cool. Hey. Oh, hey. Oh, it's two. Oh, it's three. 1, 2, 3. Oh, oh my gosh.
Dude, that was so dope. I got like so close to the fish. Without the scuba tank, they let me come so close. Yeah, just toss it in here. That was so sick, man. The thing about this pond is in the middle it's completely barren, so there's no like lily pads, there's no structure, it's just like dirt. I mean, that's it. So we're gonna put these out a little bit deeper, and like I said, when it gets cold, those fish don't want to be shallow, they want to be deeper, but this is gonna keep them protected and also allow them to feed a little better. So bait's gonna hang around this, fish are gonna hang around this. It's gonna be like a feeding trough for them in the winter time. So the water's already cold, it feels like winter underwater for sure, but we're gonna take these down and go a little bit deeper.
Oh, oh.
There's like a zillion bluegill out there already.
Yeah?
That's perfect. Yeah, I ran into him. I was like, oh, it kind of scared me. All right, so that's a perfect depth. You can kind of see it, correct?
Yeah, just a little bit.
A little bit? Yeah, it's perfect with the little zip ties. So I'm gonna put this one over there by it, but I guarantee now those bluegills are just suspended in the water. I guarantee they're gonna hang out on these things. They're probably gonna be on it by the time I get back in the water.
Oh! Woo!
So also want to show you now that it is all cleared up, there are the rock piles right there, so you can kind of see the rocks, but the bass are going to spawn on that type of stuff. They'll fan that out now that the big cloud's gone. Just a nice, beautiful rock pile that they're going to find. Remember, the big bass are hanging out over there, so perfect for them. All right, guys, well, that is going to wrap it up for today's video. And honestly, this one was completely different, but it was really cool. It took quite a bit of time to set up. We are, like I said earlier, our thumbs are like rubbed raw from all the zip ties. But it turned out really cool. I think my favorite thing about it is I feel like the bass are like really starting to just get familiar with me. All day we were pointing out fish. As we were walking around, they're following us. It's really cool. We found out the bluegill population is in deeper water right now. We're starting to see the fish stage up a little bit. So this is a really spicy time of the year for the pond, just because so much is starting to happen. Like one of the rock beds right here behind us, that may not get touched for another month. But when it does, a big old 10-pounder is gonna be sitting right there. And we're gonna have a bunch of babies coming soon. So I'm super excited about that. If you guys have liked the pond videos, drop a big thumbs up. I really appreciate the support. But with that being said, that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If there's anything else you guys wanna see with the pond stuff, let me know in the comment section below. Until then, as always, I'll catch you guys on the next adventure. Peace out.
You and I till the end. Don't need to pretend again and again. We'll stick together.
This is honestly a really convenient way to carry
Dude,
these things.
stop turning abruptly.
Watch it.
This is dangerous.
Don't get poked, son. Better watch out.